Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Legend of Runeterra. This time we are going for the last region, the runeterra region of the game. We are going to rank the champion. So the runeterra region is a unique one, since every champion doesn't have actually a region. They are considered a region on their own, and their origin are the cards from their region. For example, with Jax, when you have Grandmaster at arm, you can put any weapon master card in your deck, and they are from any region, and they are considered part of Jax region. So we are going to explain each one by one and rank them as we go. Okay, since we started, let's go with Jax. As I explained, Jax origin is Grandmaster of Arm, which means you can put any weapon card in your deck during building. What that means is that, for example, here we can put Jax and remove Runeterra, and these are all the cards that can be considered part of his region. So even if one is Demacian, one is Noxus, one is Shuriman, it doesn't matter, they are all considered part of Jax region. So when you summon Jax, he auto-equip the Light of Icathia's equipment, which give him quick attack. If Jax has leveled up, the Light of Icathia also gain Overwhelm. So this is quite basic so far, but once equipped ally have struck 12 plus damage this game, he will level up and now gain +1 attack and defense for each equipped ally this round. So Jax is depending on deck. Yes, he can evolve on his own, he is cheap, and his buff, his damage is okay for his price, but it's really you are losing up on a lot of damage later on. So that is something to keep in mind. Next we have Bard. Bard origin is that he may put any card that plant chimes into your deck during deck building. At the start of the round, if you have 3+ mana gems, he will plant a chime in your deck for each bard that started the game in your deck. So if you have 3 mana gems, you get basically 3 chimes for free. So that is something to keep in mind. Every time bard attack, he plant 3 chimes. Chimes are a boon that attach itself to another card in deck. When that card is drawn, activate the effect and give a random ally in hand +1 attack and defense. Once you have increased the total stat of ally in play or hand by 20, total stat means both attack and defense, so you only need 10 chimes to evolve, not 20. He evolves, and now when you activate a chime, he give not only when he attack, he get 6 chimes in deck instead of 3, and when you activate one, he grant +1 attack and defense to a random ally in play as well as in hand. So this is basically the ultimate spam power. I think I reached 300 damage for each ally on the field in one game. Kinda recommended, but he really depends on deck. So you need the deck for him to be any good, because at 3 chimes only, it's basically negligible. So highly recommend seeing a Metula's printer, quite nice, but on his own not worth it. Next we have Evelyn. Evelyn origin is called Agony's Embrace. You may put any card that someone has into your deck during deck building. When you summon Evelyn, she can summon a random husk. When I see you or an ally kill an allied husk, it get its positive keyword this round and she level up. It goes from 0 damage to 5 HP to 5 damage 5 HP. And at the end of the round, summon a random husk. If fewer than 6 allies have died this game, transform me back into Evelyn. So you need 6 allies to die for Evelyn to actually be good. To 6 allies to die for Evelyn to stay evolved all the time. So for me, Evelyn is perfect. As long as she is on the field and you have other units, which is basically every deck ever, she's good to go. You lose nothing from having her on your deck. Now we go to Jean. So Jean has the origin the Virtuoso. If Jean starts in your deck, for every 3 either fast spell, slow spell or skills you play while you behold Jean, you can play behold mean he is on the field or in hand. You can play Lotus Trap that will deal 1 to the enemy nexus. If Jean is already in play on the field, you can stun the weakest enemy. Now you can put any follower that has skills in your deck during deck building. When Jean attack, he deals 2 to all stunned enemy, so he have very good synergy with his own Virtuoso and his Lotus Trap. Once you play 12 fast spell, slow spell or skill, he will evolve. Now when attacking, he gain quick attack and deal 4 to all stunned enemy and the enemy nexus. So this can ramp up quite nicely, but you need a lot of spells and skills for it to be good. So he depends on deck. The fact that this region has a lot of depend on deck is just the way they are balanced so that they don't become busted, because each one of them on their own deck is near impossible to beat if they get their condition right. Now we have Rise. Rise has the origin the Rune Mage. You may put any non-target burst focus spell in your deck during deck building. At the start of the game, he will create 2 Delve into the Past in your deck for each Rise that starts the game in your deck. So you can start with 6 of them. Delve into the Past allow you to choose one of 2 Ward Runes you don't have in play or in hand, and create it in hand if you can't. If you can't, you draw 1. Sorry. Ward Runes are landmarks that don't have countdown. Each one, when you play it, have an effect. If you play another Ward Rune, it will activate the others again. We have Shard of Violence, which when played, when played or activated, it will allow you to draw 1. You have Shard of Betrayal, which will allow you to deal 2 to the weakest enemy. Shard of Reverence, which allow you to refill your spell mana. Shard of Hope, which allow you to heal allied Rise and your Nexus 2. Shard of Madness, which will allow you to create Rune Prison in hand, or if you have one, reduce its cost by 1. And it is a 2 mana fast spell that can stun an attacking enemy. Once you play 3 unique Ward Runes, Rise will evolve, gain a spell shield, and both before and after, when he round start or he is summoned, he create 2 Delve into the Past in your deck. This is most probably the best counter for a Maokai deck possible. When he attack after evolution, he activate all your Ward Runes. So all the effect is activated. If you have 5 unique Ward Runes, you can destroy the enemy nexus and win, which is basically Exodia for Legend of Runeterra. And Rise is good on his own. Sorry, not good. It's okay. The problem with Rise is that he needs the space on the field. You cannot put any other spells, so you need a lot of help to get him, a lot of help to survive until you reach the late game. but you really don't need any other spell for him. That's why I am putting him as okay. He has very bad drawback, but very powerful finisher. Next we have Varius. Varius is 4 mana cost quick attack champion. His origin is the Arrow of Retribution. You may put any cultist card in your deck during deck building. Once you played 3+ cultist spell, draw Varius. So you have a guarantee to have Varius in hand if you play your card right. When he summoned, he auto-equipped the Darkin Bow, which when you play a spell or equip an ally, he gets +1 attack damage, maximum +5, until the next time your bearer strike. So next time he strike, he go back to normal, but you can get up to 5 damage based on you play. Once you target 7 different allies, Varius will evolve, and now the Darkin Bow activates twice and has maximum of 10. So by playing 5 cards, he became 14 damage, plus he gained Overwhelm, which allow him to deal the excess damage to his blocker into the enemy next. And Varius is okay. So as long as you have spell, he's good. But even without spells, you don't really lose that much. He's a bit expensive, but with quick attack, it's worth it because at least you have a few spells per game, so you can have some effect, just not perfect effect. Now we have Kayn. Kayn is a 5 mana cost unit with Challenger, so he can choose which unit will block him. Once his origin is the Shadow Reaper, which may with it you may put any cultist card in your deck during deck building. So same as Varius. Once you have summoned 4 cultist unit instead of spells, you can draw a Kayn. When Kayn kill an enemy, he heal 2. So to level up, Kayn need to strike twice, and when he level up, he recalled, so go back to hand. And now when you summon him, he's 0 mana cost. He can transform into either Rust or the Shadow Assassin. Rust will allow him to auto-equip Corrupted Scythe. So when an ally kill an enemy, fully heal me and heal your Nexus too. So as long as you can kill the enemy, you get a lot of benefit. Plus with Corrupted Scythe, every time he attack, he gain +1 damage, making him kind of infinite scaling. As of the Shadow Assassin, for Rust he has Overwhelm, but for the Shadow Assassin he has Elusive, which means only elusive unit can block him, and he can have the Shadow Scythe, which when attack grant him +2 damage. So either go full damage or damage and tankiness plus heal. With the Corrupted Scythe you get +1 attack and defense. Anyway, for me Kayn is perfect. As long as you can attack twice with him, you will have an adaptive champion that can either go full damage or heal you and help you survive long enough to get your win condition. Now we have our hyper carry, Aatrox, 6 mana cost unit with origin the World Ender. You may put any non-champion Darkin in your deck during deck building. Once you played or summoned 3 different other Darkin, you can draw Aatrox. Once you draw Aatrox, he will once you summon Aatrox, he will summon the he will auto-equip the Darkin Blade, give him +1 attack, defense, plus regeneration, so fully heal at the end of each round, and he will create the World Ender in hand. It's a 16 mana cost slow spell that costs 1 less for each time an equipped or darkened ally has struck this game. Once you activate it, it will assimilate ally followers, which means transform ally equipped with Darken equipment into their Darken unit. If they are champions, they level up. So if you put it on a champion, you can level that champion directly. If it's a small unit, it will transform into its Darken follower, and it will gain the keywords of that follower. So once you play the word, when he's summoned or strike, he can heal your Nexus 2, and when you play the word Ender, he will evolve, and now all allies Darken cost 5 less. Darken's units are some of the most powerful ones that are very expensive, same as Celestials. So having them cost 5 less is basically the only way you can spam them. And if you can have 3 Darken on the field, that's basically a win. And the issue with this is that for Aatrox to be good, he depends on his deck. On his own, he's not bad, but for 6 mana and having to attack at least 6 times for him to be able to summon the World Ender, 3 times to summon the World Ender for a very late game, and losing the effect of the Darken is really not worth it. So only play him on his deck. Well, that is the ranking for all champions in Legend of Runeterra. I hope you liked the video. If you do, please share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and put in the comment what is your take on Legend of Runeterra champion. See ya!